올해 워치스앤원더스에서 의외로 인상 깊은 시계를 선보였던 크로노스위스의 부스를 가보겠습니다. 올해 크로노스위스의 부스는 예전보다 좀 화려해진 느낌입니다. 부스 안쪽에 실제 기호쉐 머신을 설치한 거는 이전과 마찬가지였는데, 가운데에 또 기호쉐 머신을 상징화하는 설치물을 갖다 놔가지고 크지는 않지만은 호화로운 부스를 구현을 해놨습니다. 그리고 현장도 정말 북적였습니다. 단순히 예뻐서 호기심에 한번 오시는 분들이 아니라 시계 하나하나를 유심히 들여다보는 분들이 많더라고요. 그 관심의 중심에 제 기준으로 올해 가장 놀라웠던 모델 펄스1이 있었습니다. 티타늄 소재로 되어 있는 통합형 브레이슬릿, 일체형 브레이슬릿 시계인데요. 거기에 레트로그레이드 초침까지 더해져가지고 기계식 시계의 즐거움까지 담고 있는 흥미로운 시계였습니다. 사실 크로노스위스의 시계들이 매력적인 건 알겠는데 조금 대중적으로 다가가기에 전위적인 느낌이 있었잖아요. 이 모델은 처음에는 솔직히 큰 기대를 안 했는데 실물을 보자마자 생각이 바뀌었습니다. 이건 분명히 올리버 앱스타인이 이끌고 있는 새로운 시대를 상징할 시계구나 라는 생각이 들었습니다. 이번에 크로노스위스의 CEO인 올리버 앱스타인 님께서 저희 유튜브 채널을 위해서 직접 새 컬렉션을 소개해주는 시간을 마련해 줬습니다. 크로노스위스가 한국에 대해서 갖고 있는 진지한 관심을 보여주는 부분이라고 생각이 되는데요. 여기에 나온 신제품들이 아직 국내 정식 출시가 되지는 않았습니다만은 이 신제품들을 미리 착용해 볼 수 있는 프라이빗 프리뷰 이벤트가 이번 주에 있습니다. 5월 17일 토요일에 롯데백화점 인천점에서 있는데요. 11시, 14시 30분, 17시 이렇게 3부제로 운영을 해가지고 시간을 내실 수 있다면은 신청해가지고 참여해 보시기 바랍니다.
Okay, hi Oliver. How are you? It's good to see you again.
Good to see you again.
Yeah.
It's not so long ago.
That's so long ago. Are you enjoying Geneva?
Very much so.
Very much. Yeah.
Beautiful exhibition, and it's good to see everybody and to a lot of know-how.
I'm really excited to talk about these new releases. I think this year's releases are seriously good, much better than my expectations.
I think I propose we start with the Pulse, because this is a new family. For us, it's a revolution because it's really the next step. It's an integrated bracelet in a new case, which has all the DNA of Krone-Swiss. And it has been a long process to generate this new watch.
So how long have you worked on this watch without telling me?
No, over a year, just to
Over
come
a
up
year.
with the right design.
Right design.
Because I'm always concerned of not seeing the DNA of our brand. For a brand, it's so important to have the DNA and to have the red lines. The new case, you have the crown, you have the knurled bezel.
Everything is very Krone-Swiss,
Very
but
Krone-Swiss.
it looks much more futuristic.
Yeah, but still timeless, because
Yeah.
we wanted to have a watch that is timeless, and it's a regulator type. We have a sun-blasted dial. This one is Pulse 1 Sand. And you have very nice indexes, blue, that are put on top. You have different materials that interact with each other. So one of my favorite pieces from the new collection.
How come you decided to have integrated bracelet watches in our collection?
It's something I wanted since many
Many
years,
years,
and finally we were able to do it. It's all in titanium 5 grade, so it's a light watch. And the bracelet, I think, for integrated watches, it's so important that you have a bracelet that feels like a second skin. And I wonder, when you have it on, does it feel good?
It feels good. I like the design of clasp. It hides perfectly under the
Exactly.
links. So
It's integrated even here, so you don't have anything that hurts you. It's perfectly integrated.
is there a particular inspiration or motivation behind this collection?
I'm a big bracelet fan, so I wanted to have a bracelet where I can say it's really one of a kind. So this was the motivation. It's a sandblasted bracelet on the top, but at the same time we're using polished parts. So when you look at it, it gives a very nice shine and beautiful combination of sandblasted and of polished elements in the bracelet. It's a retrograde second on top,
Yeah,
so
yeah.
you have something moving on the dial.
So it also contains the joy of mechanical watches content. So I like it a lot.
And with the same one in blue.
I particularly like this kind of blue. This is really good for summer watch as well as dress watch. So
We have an internal word, we call it from beach to tux. So you can wear it at the beach, it's a sport watch, but it still looks nice if you go to the opera in your tuxedo.
is there a particular reason why you chose titanium instead of stainless steel?
Yes, I work a lot with my watch on the computer. If you work long time, it's heavy with the integrated bracelet. It's not comfortable. You take it off. And I think a watch needs to stay on your wrist in any type of moment. So it's half the weight of a stainless steel watch. So that's why.
And still strong.
How do you like it? The blue one or the sand one?
I have tried many different integrated bracelets before, and some of them are underwhelming. But this one is definitely better than my expectation. I think this will really speak to the public. I mean, even those who do not like mechanical watch, who do not know what the Chronosis is, they will like this watch. This is really something else. Something else.
Thank you very
Yeah,
much.
yeah.
It's timeless, but still sporty. This was the idea.
And
Happy that you like it because you're very critical. I know.
no. Then my next question would be, why these two colors?
Because I didn't want it to start with a crazy color. I wanted a color that is timeless. And I like the sand color. I like the desert. And with this sparkling sand-blasted sand imitation, I think it's a timeless color. And the blue one is always a nice color to complement, I think.
It definitely gives your customers meaningful choices.
Two different customers. The
Yeah,
one like
two-
blue, the one like this. So we try to get
The only problem is both colors are really nice. I'm not sure what to choose.
your situation. You have two wrists.
Two wrists, like wearing two. Okay, that's great. Is there anything else you wanna make distinctive from the other integrated bracelet watches, function-wise or comfort-wise?
Well, comfort-wise, I think it's really a different level. And then also the integration of the clasp, the finishing of sandblasting and polished. Then talking about the design of the watch itself, I wanted it to be Bombay, to have it, when you look from the side, you have a certain angle of the glass. And in the inside, I wanted to have the volcanic angle. So you see the minute ring is volcanic shaped, whereas the dial is more like a Bombay dial. And then the hour ring kind of floats over all of it with all these little tiny index that are put by hand.
So there are lots of interplay between curves and angles and
Exactly. But at the same time, there's not too much on the dial. It's a clean dial, I think.
it's clean.
We're just playing with two colors, 3 different materials, finishings, and that's it. So it gives it a slow speed, calm. That's the beauty of this particular dial.
Yeah, and it's very vertically symmetrical, am I right? That's why it looks very timeless. Which one is your favorite among these two? Sand?
I think I started designing the sand with the color. For the time being, it's the sand.
Sand.
But this is a particular choice, you know. The blue is also very nice.
Oh, blue is very nice. And it has nice contrast between this chaptering and the main dial, so it really pops up. If you like really sharp edges and contrast, then blue is your
Probably
choice.
more
Yeah,
the one.
yeah. Sand is like, how can I put it? It's tasty.
We don't need to have the same taste. We have the same taste in Korean barbecue. That's
Right.
good.
Yeah. The most difficult part of integrated bracelet watch is the seamless integration of bracelet to the case. I think you did a really good job here.
Me and my team.
Yeah, it's really seamless. It gives lots of comfort to the wrist. Congratulations.
Thank you. Very proud.
I feel like I'm doing investigation.
You're
Sorry about
You're always doing investigation.
But is there a particular reason why you chose this exact movement?
Well, this is basically it's our base movement. Many of our watches we build on our manufacture L6000 movement. It has become our main movement for most of the applications. It's a strong movement also for the retrograde second. It has 60 hours of power reserve, so it's a very good movement base for the regulator.
I like Strike 2. It looks like sequel to the Strike 2. Am I right?
It's 40 millimeters and it's a bit thinner. We're working on. It's called small second. Compared to the Strike, it's not a regulator. It's a 3-hand watch. Here with a guilloche, here also with a guilloche. And then we have the blue one, small second in blue, and the small second dune. Small second in blue has a completely in-house guilloche with a blue PVD coating on top. It has a Superluminova hands, and the case, I think it has a nice diameter and a nice height, so it fits very nice on also on smaller wrists.
It's the thinnest among Chronosis collection right now.
Yeah, it's one of the thinnest now. Yeah.
thinnest.
Absolutely. And it comes with a notebook strap in black. It has also the L 6,000 caliber, base movement with the small second.
What I like about this, lots of thin movement has small diameter. So when I look at the case back, sometimes movements is too small for the case size.
It would look funny if you have a small movement and a big watch.
That's right. That's what I'm talking about. So it's proper size.
And if you have a proper size movement, first of all, you have normally a better preciseness, you have better, longer power reserve, but also the movement is bigger and there's more things to see. I think if you have a proper watch, the movement should be the same size as the watch. That's my
This
philosophy.
movement is not like small gear train with large bridge. Its gears are so big. This is properly designed big movement, so I like it a lot. I think big movement can make dial more proportional because you can give the location of a small second in
So you can put it more to the outside.
Yeah, right. So
Otherwise, you're limited to put everything in the middle. So, I mean, it's a good point you're telling me. When you look at it, you see that the dial is quite wide, and you have a big part where you can see the beautiful gear shape. Whereas if the movement is smaller, it would be more difficult. It's a laser cut dial, and then we have a nano print, 14 layers of nano print on top to create this rack and dune looking environment. It's called dune because some years ago I made a 10 days journey in the Namib desert.
So yeah, that's your inspiration.
that's
So
my-
sand, dune.
This time, and it's a very high quality three-dimensional nanoprint, and here you have exactly the same color taken up on the back of the strap. I also like the strap here. You know, the old pilot jacket.
Yeah.
So this is from old pilot jacket.
Don't get fooled by two-dimensional picture because this watch is very three-dimensional, right? It has lots of different layers on the dial and it has lots of different parts in case construction.
Talking about the layers, I think, but you would need to see this in detail. When you look from the side, you see that the dial is also Bombay. So you see the small second here starts even level, and then if you look into this direction, you see that there's a gap. So there's a height in it.
Every watch has the same pattern or they
They will have the same pattern because
pattern,
it's
yeah.
a design
later.
with it.
It's already in the program.
Yes.
But this level of quality is really hard to get from laser cutting.
7,900.
Yeah,
So it's
that's the best part of
8,400.
this watch. It's even more affordable than the Strike 2.
Sometimes
This
it's
one is
more-
almost the
There's
same,
much work in the gear shape, so that's why it's a bit more expensive.
but this one is
This
much
one there's less gear shape, so it depends on how
in
it's worked.
gear shape. Yeah. Then
Then we move
yeah,
forward.
the most complicated one.
These both are quarter repeaters. We have a movement that we used in the past, an Enika movement that we reworked. So it's an antique movement that we combined with a new complication for the quarter repeater. So it's something very special. Here, this one we call quarter repeater screen, and we call it screen because it has all type of colors. Every index has a different color: blue, yellow, pink, violet, and also on the outside. So we wanted to create a quarter repeater, which is different than anything on the market. They will be limited to 25 pieces. It comes with a new book strap, completely skeletonized. And now you can see how all the colors are. You see all the different
And
colors?
very airy. I can see my
Very
fingers. Yeah, fingers here.
You see here. Then we apply the same colors in the back as you have in the front. It has a very nice sound.
Four ding 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 and ding dong ding dong ding dong. So 4:30. Am I right? No, I was
6:30.
6:30.
But two were on my side,
Ah.
and then you got the other four. I listened to the first two, and you listen to the rest. And it comes with a boxed glass, so you can also see from the inside. When you look from the side into it, you can also see
it
the
looks
different
like
colors.
a-
It's very nice. Yeah.
Bubble.
It's like a bubble, but it also helps in reducing the height of the water. Gets a lot of light inside.
How did you get all the crazy colors on the bridge of CBD? Or
Yeah, this is all CBD. But every, I think the dial consists of about 50 pieces. So every single superluminova index or bridge, etc., was put separately. So it's a lot of work in the dial to put.
Are you also using Kyoshe here?
Yeah,
Oh.
you have a good eye, so the gear is below. It's also a three-dimensional watch because you start on the base plate where you see the guilloche, then you go for the first bridge in orange, then you go for the level where you have the hour ring, and then you have the actual hand on the hour ring. So you have 4 or 5 levels in it.
Where are hammers? Oh, now I can see. So you use a transparent chaptering in order
So
to...
you can see.
That makes sense. Every design element is very thoughtful.
Thank you. Screen because of the colors.
Yeah,
And
and
this one is called Blue Note.
compared to this is very understated.
And also, it's always a memory of a very nice chess coffee place I used to go, which was called Blue Note.
Blue notes.
And this one here, I think the beauty at the blue version is that you see the technical complexity of all the different elements in the dial. It's more like an architectural manifesto that you can tell from this watch.
They are using the same movement,
All the same,
all the same.
in blue, but a
Blue.
very different
Yeah.
approach.
It still has pen Kyoshe.
And you also have the Superluminova. But I think when you look at this watch, you see the 3 different layers. You see the structure. It's almost like if you go into a old church and you see the structure when you come in. This reminds me of a cathedral when you see all the structure going into each other. Blue or screen is something that you prefer?
I prefer blue. I have nice navy suit, so I can imagine myself wearing this piece with navy suit. It will look great.
The nice thing, this is super elegant. It's this cathedral work up of the structure. And here, I think many people love this one because they say, I've never seen a quad repeater that is so wild. So it's 2 different worlds.
It still has some degree of water resistance, even if it is
30 meters.
30 meters.
All our watches, because a watch, in the end, should be an instrument and it should work anytime.
But if the level of water resistance is too high, then you cannot hear any sound. You made balance between water resistance and sound.
And it's a titanium 5 case as well. And titanium is much better for the tone. So the music plays much louder and better and softer on titanium than you have it in a steel case. The price is 38,000.
38,000. It is a good price for what it is, right? So
And you have an antique movement reworked. So there's a lot
historic
of
movement.
historical movement. So it's a lot of story about this watch. So it's in a nutshell, these are our novelties.
I like this year's release because it's very Chronosis, and at the same time, it's easier to understand. It is more approachable to general public.
Absolutely.
So, yeah.
The feedback so far was that I think we have a lot of customers who didn't have any Chronoswiss and they like this type of watch.
So believe me, just try. It will be very different from your expectation. It will blow your mind.
Well, hearing this from you is very nice. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you for your
having me.
nice comments. Hello to Korea, not from the Korean barbecue place, but from Watches and Wonders, Geneva 2025. All the very best.